Guy's shaking his head. Doesn't think so.
It's okay. We love mud. Mud's good. There's lots of cool stuff in the mud.
I'm not sold.
Hey, there's stuff in there.
Okay, so looking like it's going to be like this until our next point.
All right, so which one of these urchins looks most interesting?
New target bearing 084. There you go.
What's that thing? Oh, all curled up.
Coral?
Do you
What
guys
was
wanna
that?
Stop?
I think it was a Brisingid sea star.
Brisingid.
If you want to stop and look, just let me know.
So far, we got a lot of echinoderms.
Okay, Guy and I are looking at the map for a second.
Ooh. See what this thing is. Something different.
Let's take a look at that rockfish.
Yeah, let me get
Stumphia anemone.
full wide. Oh, something.
Ooh. Some type of eel pout.
Oh, there's a.
Or need Tom Leidig to join. Big fin eel pout. Thank you, Danny.
Coming wide.
And for new listeners, something that's interesting about the area that we're exploring is that this was part of a 2015 expansion of these national marine sanctuaries. Both the Greater Farallones and Cordell Bank expanded in 2015. And so the area that we're currently in has never been surveyed, and therefore there's a lot of potential for finding new ranges for animals, or even potentially discovering new animals altogether. Jenny, can you tell us a little bit more about
It's him.
this expansion?
Ooh, is that a shark? Cat shark.
Aww.
Danny's at side 2.
What is that again?
Danny's at side 2.
I'm back on SPL.
We got a shark, but I don't remember what kind that is. File? No.
Okay. That was fortunate.
A cool shark.
Swam right into frame. Oh, we just lost something big. There he is. He's over on the left. He's a little camera shy.
Hold on 1 second. File tail cat shark? No? Spiny dogfish? No. Well,
Okay,
to
we're
be
gonna get
determined.
this one. This little fella.
Well, the sanctuary's
Tiny
expanded. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that. So, the Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary, the boundary used to come up to Bodega Bay, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary, which is entirely offshore and next to Greater Farallones. Its boundary started offshore, kind of parallel to the Farallones, and went due west from that, and it did not include Bodega Canyon. And it's actually the residents along the coastline here that spoke up and requested the sanctuaries to expand up this way, and the administration took that request and had a public process to involve constituents and the communities to be part of that process. And we had public meetings and EIS statement, EIS package, variable impact statement, and public meetings, and the sanctuary officially expanded in 2015. basically doubling in size all the way up to, or Greater Farallones, all the way up to Manchester Beach, which is just north of Point Arena, a beautiful beach I got to visit a couple months ago. Gorgeous. And the Cordell Bank expanded further north and west as well, doubling in size. And the main reason these communities wanted to see these sanctuaries expanded was that we have a prohibition regulation for no exploration of oil and gas. And our Californians really value their coastline and the health of the coast, and oil is just not compatible with healthy ocean habitats, healthy beaches, and fisheries. So they really wanted to secure that protection and have the National Marine Sanctuaries be part of that. So that was the main impetus from most of the folks. But other than that, there's all these other benefits of learning about this environment to best protect it, education and outreach with communities, and being able to say are part of a National Marine Sanctuary. Pretty cool. So we're really excited to be exploring in the areas that were added to the sanctuaries in 2015. And we're trying really hard to not say expansion, because it is now part of the sanctuary. It's the sanctuary. It is the sanctuary.
We're doing a little handoff for dinner break. So
Already?
we've got,
Oh, how rude.
it's 5 o'clock. So that's why the ROV is stopped to hand that off to the next pilots.
It'll change point 2 very quickly. But I know what you're saying.
No, you don't want to. No, 1 was good. Get past.
Okay, we're on the move. Coming wide.
Some sea cucumbers.
We are off effort, which means we can look around and do whatever you want, but
I think we see maybe a ratfish coming up.
We're chasing something off on the
Maybe
left.
not. I don't know what that is.
It's moving weird. Hey, Mike, can we veer to the left a bit?
Sorry, veer to the left.
Yeah, we want to
It's-
follow that flying.
Hold on.
It's kind of, I think it's
gone.
gone.
It's
What are
gone.
you after? The other left.
That's okay. Oh wait, there's one over there too. We'll probably come across another one.
What are you looking for?
The dark fish.
They want the ratfish.
the
Dark fish.
Yeah, that
Won't get
that
you.
guy. Right in the lasers.
Dark fish.
I'm just gonna zoom in and see if it's anything we want to.
Hold on.
There's
Let
a
me get
skate.
closer to it.
Okay, coming wide.
Really far away here.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of
Looks
looks like
like we're
a
up
big
in there.
bagged shark.
Yeah.
So
Good.
high.
And it
Good,
kind of looks like a ray, too, with those arms, those
Interesting.
fins.
He's
That's
There
a
he goes.
ratfish.
let's zoom in on him. Yeah.
We're tracking right now, so you guys know.
There we
Sure.
go. All right,
right.
we got it. We got him.
And we're about 100 meters from that start point there. We are, so I guess we'll get ready for that.
Okay, coming wide.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not oriented here at all.
All right, let's.
Where are we going?
We're going to the 1J start. We're about 80 meters from that next start of Transect.
Yeah.
So let's
I
get
don't have
set
enough
up for
bias on
that.
This thing's like super floaty.
Yeah, that's.
They're done.
He's actually floating up on that
Doesn't
one.
make any sense. He's got it biased up.
One of our viewers had a pretty basic question about Hercules and Argus, just about them being tethered together, and then are they tethered to the EV Nautilus, which the answer is yes, they are. But what is the purpose of tethering the two ROVs together and then to the vessel? And I'm happy to answer that or send it over to an ROV pilot if you guys want to answer.
Yeah, definitely, I can take that one. The reason why we tether the vehicles together, well, the vehicles are tethered, one, to the ship through a 6/8 cable, which is a stiff steel cable.
And it's going to be 082 as the bearing of that line.
And so in addition to the 6/8 cable, we call it this steel cable.
Good.
We have a soft tether between Herc and Argus. Argus is considerably heavier than Herc in the water, so acts as kind of a dampener for any wave motions, shock from waves. So we can get actually a very nice imagery with Herc because we have this soft tether in between Herc and Argus. So Argus acts as a way to disassociate, if you will, the wave motions and the swells and what we're experiencing here on the ship. And we're able to get much smoother maneuverings. You're on SPL there, Mike.
And away we go.
Just going to speed ahead here to get a better position before we start this line.
Sounds good.
Drag him behind here.
Mm-hmm.
Mach 5.
Turbo.
Up a little bit.
It's 0912 that line, if that helps. Oh, look at that, you're like on it. Perfect.
What's going to be the bearing of that line there?
Bearing is 082.
082, roger.
Yep.
Okay, I'll call the start of the transect when the ROV is over that point.
So what's he saying he does?
It's going to be 1J.
Like this? Is that what he's... Oh, that doesn't even move. Oh, right. Anyway, whatever. Who cares what he does? Okay, heading. 1, 2, heading. What else he got done here? It's all acceptable. 0.3. That's okay. 0.2.
Sure. And what's the ship speed right now there, Aaron?
Ship speed is between 0.5 and 0.6 knots. You guys are doing 0.3. They have it dialed in at 0.5, but it's coming in a bit higher than that.
Oh, I'm way off.
I just crossed that start point. You guys got that?
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I was muted. Start was at 000840.
Maybe we can slow the ship a little bit there, Aaron.
Sure. Bridge and F.
So like 0.4.
Can we reduce speed to 0.4 knots, please?
Because Herc's falling behind here.
Can you repeat that, Martina? Oh, great. Thank you.
What's our speed over ground currently?
I would just keep parallel to it. Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to come in a little bit.
Okay.
Doesn't really. It's a little line in a big ocean.
There's a skate to the left.
Oh, yeah?
Just went out of frame. Haven't seen many of those yet on this dive.
I take it this water is a little murkier than where you all were just a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, we haven't been dealing with any muddy water this year, I don't think.
It's
Not since
actually,
June.
Yeah.
it's murkier here than when we dropped in.
Yeah.
Do you think we should increase our velocity to 0.4?
I don't know. That's awful
Oh.
fast.
We just had a snack.
Well, we've got one of our hake following
I
us
think
along
we might be
again.
okay.
Yeah.
Let it drag back a little bit further. The ship is slowing down. We're not really seeing that yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the murkiness is really what a big part of why this area is so rich with so much marine life, because it's all plankton and plankton snow. Rich upwelling zone along the coast here.
Someone tuning in was curious, what are some of the advantages of being a flatfish?
You get to lay down.
Yeah.
Why sit when you
break.
can lay?
You can hide out on the seafloor and blend in and be
Definitely
camouflaged.
Camouflaging, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, reading up on their food, they're not like ambush predators like halibut are. Halibut are a flatfish, and they are
You might
vicious.
We're in a no
Oh,
zoom
Oh, I'm sorry.
transect.
I'm sorry.
They're on survey.
We'll stop talking about flatfish.
Sorry about that.
Wayne wants to take a
No,
look
no.
at
Tempting,
everything. Just count urchins, Wayne.
1, 2.
That definitely has to be something you could do with machine learning, right? Urchin counting.
Oh, probably, most definitely, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, looks
there's
like a
an
big octopus.
back-
Giant Pacific. Sorry, don't look.
Don't
look.
Looks like some marine debris
Starting
on
to maybe hold our own there
Yeah.
with speed. What's that, 60 meters left?
Yeah, but it's going to be off because we're not directly online. So
Right, yeah.
I'll zoom out a little bit and get a look at it.
it looked like a boat railing or something.
Mm. I had some thoughts when I saw that. Hopefully we won't see anything else related to that.
Oh my gosh, it's endless.
Oh no.
Where is it?
Hagfish.
144 meters.
That should take us to dinner. Aaron, I was just asking Miles, have you guys got something downstairs
Is that a poacher?
That is a poacher. Let me see if I can see which one it is. Look at my guide.
So Wayne, this green hue on the seafloor, I know we have some light stuff here, but is it Do you think like an algal type color, kind of green hue?
Actually, no.
We're a bit deep for that.
That's it's an artifact when I increase the contrast.
Okay.
So I can make that go away and I'll make a small adjustment here.
I was just curious.
See, so now you see there's less green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna kind of wash things out a bit and make the flatfish a little harder to see on the edges. But if I increase the contrast, then, or I say increase the contrast. If I drop the darks, make the darks darker, then it makes it easier to count. So I'm not really, I wasn't so concerned about the color correctness as I was contrast and identification for these legs.
Got it.
One of our people tuning in was curious about the sediment. So from our cores, how would we describe the sediment in this area?
Tasty.
Num num.
Pretty fluffy. Kind of a light, fine sediment. Easy to stir up.
Good place to bury in too. If you're another invertebrate.
I actually haven't looked too closely at the sediment cores, but maybe Magda has.
Well,
The sediment cores?
yeah.
Have you
Yes.
can you describe them?
It's very like muddy, silty kind of sediment. It has like a clay feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do, like when we do the push cores, some of it will kind of leak out a little bit. It doesn't smell the best. But yeah, so it's just like pretty dark, like a very dark, like a dark green, grayish kind of color. Yeah, very fine, silty, muddy kind of sediment. Ooh.
There's a little flip flap.
Yeah. The sea cucumber just flipped. There you go.
And the color of the sediment also speaks to how much oxygen it has. So darker typically means it's more anoxic, is that right? And is that true for these deep ocean areas as well? I'm more used to coastal cores.
I don't know. I'm wondering if some of the dark stuff that we're seeing is because there's some bioturbation there and it's just mixing up some sediment onto the surface. I'm not sure.
Thanks, Jasons, for tuning in from Michigan. And this dive right now in the Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary is expected to be around 22 hours. We just started about, at most, 40 minutes ago.
Nice to be on a shallow dive. There's generally a lot more to see. Don't go too deep.
Yeah, we were all really excited. Now we just need to find some rock.
I don't think I've ever been on a dive with so many fish, and I always assume fish like rocky stuff, but is that not true? They like the mud?
Yeah, some of the rock fish are found more over mud than on rock.
On that dive earlier today, we were seeing a lot more rockfish and lingcod, which really like to be in rocky areas.
Yeah, you'll definitely see the species change when you go for the rockfish species change when you go from mud to rock.
How were some of the other samples looking from our earlier dive today?
We got some nice coral samples. Yeah, we got, let's see, and a few sponge samples. We got a black coral, a red Swiftia coral. What else did we get? We got some krill samples.
Lots of those.
Yeah. They seem kind of small.
Let's see if we can figure out what this guy is.
I think many of those krills were volunteers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Community scientists, as we say.
Sacrificial.
It's an eel pout.
Lots of flatfish.
And here comes a skate. Let's see. Looks like a long-nosed skate.
Does anybody know what is a predator to urchins at this step?
I'm wondering about skates. I don't know if they have the strong enough.
I know crabs will eat urchins. We haven't seen any crabs.
We seem to have an urchin problem on the coast right now. Purple urchins and kelp. Different situation, different ecology.
Hello.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, switch out for dinner. Be back in a minute.
That's a big skate. I'm not zooming. I'm not zooming.
It's okay, I'm still getting good pictures of it.
That's good. There's another one right coming up.
Yeah.
What are we looking for? Or talking about?
Okay, we're
Okay.
coming up to the end of this transect. When the
Oh, that's-
ROV is over the point, I will call that as an end.
That might have been a ray, like a normal ray.
Okay, we'll call that N002422. And I'm handing this over to Caitlin. I go have a dinner break.
All right.
I love when flounders swim. So when flounder, they swim. They're so like, awkward.
They do move occasionally.
You have stopped. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's back row.
Hey.
This is Caitlin. I've been given instructions that we can explore our way over to waypoint K, because the KS will be another start of a transect. So from here to there, we can do as we please.
Copy that.
Uh, 1K, yes. 082, 083. No, you are not.
It looks like we're approaching some
It
interesting
does
habitat.
appear to be partial. Let me see if I can come wide. Yeah, I was just bumped in to get the vignetting out, the corners. Yeah, not too much. You're pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, you are close.
These are Dover soles. And when they bury themselves in sediment, it makes it tricky.
Probably not.
We...
Mm-hmm. A little slower. I'm 0.4 right now.
A rockfish. A rockfish actually off the bottom. What is that?
Man.
There's another one. next to his flatfish friend.
Oh, these are my favorite to identify. So this is a black gill, and you can see on the inside of its gill slits they actually are a bit black.
Why are they your favorite?
Because I can tell them apart when their gills are open.
Okay. Nice.
So based on the coloration, that other fish in the water column might have been a black gill as well.
So let me get some.
And that flatfish is a Dover sole.
How long does it take you to go through all of this footage?
Excellent question. I generally say it's about, for every hour of video, 4 hours of processing time, and that includes characterizing the bottom type coral sponges and fish. I don't georeference all these smaller invertebrates, like all these urchins and cucumbers, so that that helps save on time. In habitats like this, it actually goes a lot quicker. So that 4 times processing speed is for the really high relief rocky areas where everything's quite dense. I can usually watch mud transects on like a faster play back.
Yeah. There's a lot of people tuning in asking about the urchins and why there are so many. Does anyone know?
I believe these urchins, but they must be eating some kind of algae or detritus that's layered on top of this mud bottom, but there are a lot. And we saw that on the previous dive as well. These urchins, their scientific name's pretty fun. It's Alisontrotus fragiles.
How many species do you think you know by memory?
Oh boy.
Probably thousands.
No. I would go like 100. I still use a lot of guides to assist me, especially with the fishes. I'm much better at invertebrates. That's what I started doing. And the rockfish species, they just take time and experience and getting inputs from other experts on just these little distinguishing marks that help.
If I'm going too fast there, let me know.
That's okay. I think it'd be good. We zip over to this more orangey area that could be mixed. What do you think? It's with orange.
I'm zigzagging.
Is this slope layer on Nav?
Sorry, say again?
Was it, what layer's on in HiPAC? Is it slope or?
I think it's
I think it's hill
reflectivity.
shade.
Okay, it's hill shade. Okay.
Overlaid with the model.
It's called the substrate draped, so it's backscatter and hardness.
Okay, thank you.
He just does not want to come into focus. There he is. Okay, coming wide. Ooh.
That's a big fin eel pout.
So from all of your reviewing of all of this footage in the previous expeditions, what comes after that for you? Like what, once you review it, then what?
Yeah.
Does it,
70
like where does
meters,
it go?
70
for you,
meters.
besides your brain?
Yeah, almost a ship length.
So all the data is recorded into a database that I then, so I use, so each of the fish
It'll be
and
back on effort.
corals and sponges is given a timestamp when they were seen in the video. And then I match that timestamp to the navigation files from the ROV and the CTD files. And then those data sets are, I make them into characterization reports, so summarizing species diversity and abundance with the associated georeferenced physical data. I make ArcGIS map products, and the overall goal is to provide the data to resource managers for the sanctuary or for whatever group has hired me. So it is nice. And once the real labor-intensive part of the video analysis is done, then I switch my brain into this analysis side, which is the really rewarding part. It's putting it all together.
Yep. Oh, okay. We're gonna stalk this guy.
They're so funny.
Yeah.
So I did a quiz on my watch. Do you guys know if this is a right-eyed or a left-eye flatfish? Do you know how to tell the difference?
No, but I'm curious.
Okay, so you can see he's waving his fin at us, and so the tip of his fin is on the right side of his body. And so that's how you really tell it. When the fish is laying flat, what side is its pectoral fin on? Most of the fish we see are right-eyed.
Huh.
Halibut can be left and right-eyed, as well as sand dabs. So they make it a little tricky.
I just think they're so awkward.
They sure are.
Okay, he's getting a little further away. Coming wide. All right. That one has a...
So these both are Rexels.
What's that fish right above the lasers?
That's another
Oh,
Rexel.
It is.
They have that nice, long, dark pectoral fin. This guy's giving us a show. Yes. Flatfish City. Well, I was hoping we'd have more to see before the start of this transect, but we might as well just get lined up and start going for it. Does that sound good?
Yep, we're lined up.
Okay.
Yep.
Herc bearing 081.
How long is the transect?
These were mapped, Sage, are they 200 meters?
200 meters, yes.
They actually don't take too long to fly. Maybe
10 minutes,
15 minutes?
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. And this is a great height off bottom and, and the speed.
Nope. and now one support.
Okay, I'll say starting transect 003940.
Oh, that's the step. That's the velocity.
How long is this Transect?
It's 200 meters long.
Okay.
And I think it might change habitat, hopefully, as we get towards the end of it.
Yeah.
Do 1 degree to starboard. It was just slow.
Herc, what is your speed, Herc? Awesome. Oh, is that off to the left? I think it's one of those Flapjack Octopus.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Bye.
Can't stop.
We can't stop for you.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Oh.
There you have it.
We have a viewer wondering how many types of flatfish are there?
Ooh. Well, let's see. I can answer that for the West Coast. I don't know about worldwide. Let's see. Okay. Let's start listing them. Sand dab, halibut, arrow-tooth flounder, so up to 3. Dover sole, which is what we've been seeing. Deep sea sole, which are these really cool colored patterns, easy to recognize. A fantail sole, so up to 6. Rock sole, English sole, the Rex sole. This is the main contender here in this habitat. What am I up to, 9?
9.
Okay, thank you. Slender sole, 10. Petrel sole.
Long nose
Oh, there's a skate
Here it is.
with an urchin on top.
That is good camouflage, buddy. Okay, so I got to 11. That was the really long answer.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
And that's just the West Coast.
Well, yeah, and I'm not at West Coast, California.
Yeah, true.
So maybe there are more in the Northwest.
Well, here's some not sand.
It's a good sign. did the urchins go?
Did we slow down? Or did the speed perception change with the lack of urchins? Okay. Okay. Wow, it was like a light switch.
Yeah.
Someone turned off the urchins. Although I like seeing the rockfish, that's a good sign.
So that fish, he's a funny one. He's called a split nose rockfish.
Caitlin, there's someone wondering, since you reviewed footage similar to this, what the tiny white dots are on the seafloor?
Yeah, it could be anything from like shell hash to, I don't know, just dead, all this marine snow coming down, if they are large enough. If you really zoom in, sometimes it's like I can see a small shell right there, which may have like a little hermit crab in it.
089 now.
I'm not taking the bait.
Nope, don't do it, don't do it. So
we need to be at 089 now.
So there's a coral, that red stick, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So that's a type of coral, Gorgonian coral called Swiftia. And we collected one of those on the previous dive. All right, your regular team is back. Have fun, you guys.
Okay, thanks for filling in.
You're welcome.
You got space?
Flapjack, I missed that. Yeah, I'm good. Wait, oh. What's this about a flapjack octopus? Apparently they saw.
Yes.
Stop it.
We
didn't get
did.
to stop and see it.
We couldn't stop.
You didn't miss out on much.
It was just like it was like.
How
right
much
here
longer
on the
on effort?
And we identified it. We knew what it was.
85 meters.
How much longer on effort?
What's that?
85 meters.
85 more.
So it was outside. Was it big or small?
It was medium size, bright orange color, just chilling.
Dinner
It
plate.
really looked like a flapjack.
Yeah,
That's
dinner
awesome.
plate size.
That's great.
But he was like reddish orange.
Okay, I'm back. I understand we are on effort transect.
We are.
Correct. 80 some meters to go.
You changed the velocity again. Nope, 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 nope. You're at 25 meters a second.
Oh.
No.
This is from Danny. Oops, I'm on spiel. Little tree.
You changed the velocity of the heading.
Thank you.
Here's a few rocks for us.
Yay, rocks.
Woohoo.
I see some brachiopods on them.
This is the second transect?
Third.
This is our,
Oh wow, we're cruising.
Our third one.
I'm going to start the rumor. I think we're coming up to the end of this one.
You're
We're getting pretty
good at
close.
starting rumors.
We're getting pretty close.
Hey, they're back. Like
Oh.
a light switch.
They seem to be kind of all crowded together, this
Yeah,
little strip there.
This is where all the cool urchins hang out.
Looks like they're marching.
Oh, there's a rock and a rockfish.
You spun Argus? Yeah, it's only doing about 0.4.
When we do stop, maybe we can just get a close-up on some of these little white fragments and maybe see exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had to slow up to 0.4 because the ship is
Lagging.
kind of lagging a bit.
Okay, this still works for us. And we're almost at the end of the transect too.
Oh, it just got really cold. Sheesh.